So quickly, straight to the point, I would just like to read out the profile of our facilitator, in case some of us are wondering who is she. And first and foremost, I want us to celebrate ourselves for even being here. It takes great effort to skip out the Saturday to be here, to have more lessons on how to make more money. On a Saturday where there is traffic, there is no one there, and you decide to share here, there will be more alert. And so, NancyNnadi is the lead coach at NancyNnadi Company. She's a time-tested and successful entrepreneur, telecoms award-winning distributor, investor, speaker, author, trainer, and business structure and finance expert. So in case your business is not structured, you are in the right place where it will be structured. Founder and CEO of CoachNancyNnadi Limited, a telecoms distribution company founded in 2006. Nancy has since structured the multi-million naira business, which is also a leading dealer with the top 3 telecommunications company in Nigeria, thriving in an industry with stiff competition. She is a certified management consultant, a result coach, and performance consultant. She is on a mission to raise wealthy entrepreneurs who run healthy and successful businesses, which inevitably leads to the creation of more businesses and jobs. In 2012, I almost said in 19, because I'm seeing 90 billion, I don't know where it happened. In 2012, Nancy was a recipient of MTN Star Prize of Kia Truck worth 5.5 million and the best MTN Sub-Trade Partner SVP in Lagos by surpassing her sales target with over 200%. Now you see where the 90 billion is coming from. She was well received. Okay, she has also well received several awards, including the Business Coach of the Year 2020 by the Entrepreneur Award TEA and the Mysterious Award of Imo State Development Association. Nancy continues to spread her message of inspiration and intentional action through various platforms, inspiring entrepreneurs to do business diligently, intelligently, and ethically. She was featured as one of the 10 wealthy finance experts to watch out for in 2021 by Yahoo Finance, not Yahoo Business, please. She has also been featured in Channels TV, the Business Day newspaper, the Punch newspaper, the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Global Impact Church, Linda Ikeji's Self-Made Women Conference, Plus TV Africa, the Beat FM, Edo Jobs powered by Edo State Government. She's also an alumnus of the Lagos State University, International Council of Management Consultant Institute, ICMIC, Institute of Management Consultants, Global Leadership, and Women on the Board of Institute of WIMBIS, among others. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of us who want to have more alerts, can we rise and celebrate our facilitators who come to us? The more alerts we enter.
COVID has made us, we've not seen ourselves for a while. Yeah. We've been on behind Zoom, and when we are in Zoom class, we can decide not to be listening. But today we decide to capture people and ensure that we get to see each other. Thank you so much for coming, and I want to just appreciate everybody that is here and those online too. Let me not miss you out. Those online, I'm saying hi to everyone. Thank you so much for investing in yourself. And I also want to apologize for our 1 hour late. We are so sorry about that. So my slide is, I don't know, there's issue with the cable, but I have a slide right here, and you will have them in your emails. But I want you to just pay attention. You have the slide in your emails, and maybe before we get to another time, the slide should be up, so you'll be able to also access it as I teach. But we can't keep waiting. So once again, thank you all. And I want to just say a quick thing to say, I want to congratulate you all. I know we are all at different level of our finances. Some people are already doing thousands, some people are already doing millions, some people are doing billions. But just what I want to assure you today is that you can always be more. If I had known what I know today earlier, I keep saying it, maybe my name would be among those delegate, because for every industry, there are seasons. And it is important to take advantage of the season you are. It's not that money will stop coming in, but seasons of opportunity, endless opportunity. We had endless opportunity in telecoms in the early days. Some days you can just sit down and make sales. You make a day, you make 2 million. A day. Now, I'm not saying you want to make at the end of the month, because the market was so open. But don't forget, I keep telling people, we'll get there in the class, but I just want to bring this as a brief to all of us. Bring this consciousness to us that business you are doing, there are seasons for it. For some people, we believe in brick and mortar, and everybody will come to our store. I used to feel sick if I get to my store and I don't see people queuing up. It's that bad. I'll be sick, like, where are these people? But today, I don't need to see anybody to queue up in my store to give me money. But before, so things are changing very fast, and we need to change with it. A lot of us are too quiet with the way we make money, because we don't want people to feel that we are too ambitious. What is it? Even me, talking online, my colleagues, they will send me my video. I say, what is it? What are you looking for now? Why are you talking on Instagram? Go and rest. I'll get my mom, my uncles, they will send me picture. Now see, hide your face. What is it? I'm like, you don't even understand. And the truth is, until you go to that level, you will not understand. You will be thinking, let me tell you, if you have money that you cannot come out and speak in the public, you still have something, you have problem. I understand the fact that, there's insecurity in the country, but can Dangote hide from insecurity? There's the level of money you will have. Is it that you secure yourself and you have the money? It's when you don't have enough, you want to hide. You want to be hiding. Dangote cannot hide, Dr. Dela cannot hide. It's a normal placard, so you can't run away. So I need us to take this to heart. The earlier we understand that opportunities are everywhere, and we begin to leverage on it as business owners, you will be surprised. The same business you are doing, your colleague is doing it, is cashing out, and you are doing it, you are complaining. I ask people, when I joined telecom industry 16 years ago, the first thing they told me that it's not profitable. When I went to make research, I want to start this business, they said, it's not profitable, it's 1 kobo profit, it's 1 kobo. I'm like, okay. And at that time, I was not even looking for money. I wanted something, I wanted to be a busy wife. I don't want to be at home. I just resigned because I needed to take care of my daughter at that time. I just gave birth to her. But I just needed something to be busy. I was not even chasing money. But I have forgotten that I have learned a lot in my journey with my mom as a small girl, going to the market every day. So those things did not leave me. Even though I'm just doing it like, let me just do it. I realized I was getting results because of what I know. And those who know in any industry rule over those who don't know. You can be in an industry and you're saying there's no money. People are cashing out. Every industry, and I start to be challenged that any industry you can be wealthy doing any business. You can be wealthy. It's a function of what you know. And I'm going to be taking us through those things today. We need to pay attention to our environment, and I want to appeal to everybody. Sometimes, in today's class, you are going to be making some tough decisions. And decisions make great entrepreneurs. Anybody you are looking up to say, oh, I wish I am this, they make decisions that bait the future they are today. But a lot of us are too emotional, we are too sentimental to make those powerful decisions to change our life. So we realize that you are seeing money, but you just realize that something is happening because you refuse to take those tough decisions. There are some decisions you will take at the end of today. It might be tough, but it's going to shape your tomorrow. And the tomorrow or the future we'll be looking for, today is the tomorrow of yesterday. And if you don't do anything today For tomorrow, you will continue to be in that place of, I need money. I used to be in that place. Needing money was like, I was always complaining of money. If I wake up, I need money. If I am needing. But you can change it. You can help yourself. Understand finances. Do the right things. Change your habits. Do the needful. And you will come out of those that constantly need money. That you will be in a place of peace of mind. It does not mean that you will not make extra money. It does not mean that you might not need more money. But you just have that relaxed mind of, oh, if I need this money, it will always come. And I love this phrase David Oyedepo made some time ago, and he said, "You people said I'm worth XYZ million. I'm not worth that. I'm worth anything I want in my world, in my life." You have to be daring to that level. You have to be daring that even in your industry, they'll be looking at it that we don't understand you. Maybe you are using something, and the truth is, everybody is using something, but it now depends on what you are using. Are you using God or you are using the Babylon style? So today is not church teaching. So let's go to our financial class. So once again, I want everybody to be very attentive. Please, whatever comes to your mind, write it down. Ideas can come and fly away. Just scribble them down, but don't write my point because you get the slide. Please, don't, so that you are not writing and you forget to listen. It's very important. So let's go into today's class. So once again, thank you so much everyone for registering. I do not take it for granted. So, Financial Management Masterclass for business owners. So I want to ask, how many of us are in business from 5 years and above? Can I see your answer? 5 years and above. Okay. Thank you for coming. Yes. Yeah. 5 years and above. 5 years. Okay. 5 years. So 3 years, between 3 years, no, let's say 3 years to below 5 years. Yes. Below 3 years. Okay. So you're all welcome. I just want to know so I know how I can address issues. For those of us that are in 5 years and above, you cool. And we need to clap for you. It's not easy to do business in Nigeria. Entrepreneurship is hard. To be sincere. But doing it in Nigeria is harder. Can we look for another grammar to use for it? It's tough. Everything is fighting you. Everything. Government is fighting you. If you move like this, fight like this, you are like, you're trying to survive, but we still survive anyway. We will still survive. So let's go into today's class, Financial Management for Business Owners. And this class is strictly for business owners, so I won't be saying anything for startups. So let me do that disclaimer. So in case you are watching the replay, you're not saying, oh, she didn't talk to me. It's for business owners, really. So we need to understand that financial management is ensuring accountability. Ensuring accountability. Are you courageous enough to be accountable to your business and your team and to the organization you are running? A lot of us are counting, but we are not accountable. We are just counting items, but we are not ready to. A lot of business owners are not ready to be truly accountable, and that's one of the reasons why they keep going down. They think, I don't want somebody to know. I don't want to be subjected to this. But at the end of the day, you are not growing, and you know it that if I look at this thing, I'm making money, but you are not growing. Then if you decide to, because there's this popular quote that said, insanity is when you keep doing the same thing and expect change. You know you've tried. You know you've been doing it and it's not working. Can you change? Because if you don't change your habits, you cannot move anywhere. For you to see the results you want, you have to change something. So, and this popular quote by David Oyedepo, he said, you don't grow rich to manage well. You manage well first to grow rich. But a lot of people will tell you, oh, if I have 10 million, if I have 1 billion, I will do it well. It's a lie. If I have enough money. And one of the things that we had before now, one of some of my limiting beliefs, that a lot of people think you need to have money to make money. You don't need to have money to make money. Even, let me tell you, if you think you need to have money to make money, then even though when the money comes, you will still not make money. But if you have that mindset that I don't need money to make money, when you now have money to make money, you will still make money. That's why you realize that most people that share their story, they will tell you how they started from almost nothing. And they grew it. For someone like me, I started with 600,000 in 2008, that's 16 years ago, 2006. I started with 600,000. But in 1 year, I made that 600,000, 3 million. And after a year, I was robbed. They took away everything. I started all over again. And today, starting all over again for me, I keep saying, thank you, God, that I did start all over again. Because I gave up. I was like, I'm not doing it again, I'm tired. But something in me I keep praying, and I just felt I needed to start again. And I start again. And now look back, I say, look at all what I would have missed if I didn't start again. A lot of us, little challenge, we give up, we just say, I'm not doing it again. Do you know that there is still more in that business that you have given up on, or you are about to give up on? So we need to understand this. So lack of financial management is the reason many businesses are broke. Many businesses are broke. You see them online showcasing that they are big. They have nothing, and they are making money. Oh, so people, I met someone. The person made money like maybe 100 million in that month. Before the other 2 months, the person is in zero. The person has gone back to zero. It's not that the person is not making money. And if you speak to the person, it's not that the person is not eloquent enough, or the person does not understand, oh, do this one. But are they implementing? And that's one of the things I keep saying. One of the challenges I had building my business is the fact that a lot of things that they will teach you were too complex. So I needed somebody to break it down, to teach me the simple way to apply, so that I can stick to it. Because for me, I feel like if I break this thing down, then I can stick to it. Then I said lack of financial management is the reason many businesses are broke, in debt, struggling to foot their bills, and not growing financially. A lot of people start business and you've been in business for 3 years and you are not growing. There's no money in that business. There's problem. Nobody created business like that. God did not. Business is a tool that God has created to help us grow, to grow rich. It's a tool, no matter what you're selling. And at this point, let me just acknowledge my for anyone in this house that flew in from outside Lagos. Do you have anybody from outside Lagos? Jesus, thank you. Wow, thank you so much. So Uju, she's actually one of my students in SYB, and her business was already 3 years, and she was not seeing anything until she came to the class, learned, and now the first month she retained 1 million. The second month 2.5. Today, my sister is a multi-millionaire because she's my accountability partner. So I know what she's doing today. But this is somebody that could not pay for this course 2 years ago. Coach Nancy, I don't have 80,000. I don't have. She asked to go and borrow. And look, fast forward today, she has money sitting down. And not that, she has moved into a more bigger office. So what makes it? Just light. Being able to know. Knowledge is key. Let's not overlook it. In Nigeria, sometimes you downplay on things. Knowledge is key, especially applicable knowledge. What you can take, apply, and start using. It's very key that we take it to heart. As a business owner, you need to understand that it is your responsibility to continue to do things that will make your business to be in existence. It's your responsibility. If your business is not growing financially, to be sincere, you are the one who blame. You can't blame me. And for some of us that blame staff, no. If your staff is stealing, it will still come back to you. Because anything that happens in the business is your own. You can't blame anybody. So I keep saying, businesses don't make money, but the owners of the business makes the money. So if you don't know, your business cannot make money. Because your business will only reflect the level of your knowledge. And if your business is not yielding, it's not bringing out profit, it's not bringing out money, that means you need to go and learn what to do. There's something that you need to do. So as business owner, businesses don't make money. So you can say, oh, recharge card is good, I want to do it with recharge card. Then you quickly go, do research, take a store and start. And you realize that, this thing CoachNancy is saying, the money is not in this thing. No. This recharge card is very frustrating. That's going to be because it's not about the business that you are doing. It's about you. You are the one that is going to make the money. So don't focus on which some businesses are very lucrative, but it is not the reason why the owners are making money. The reason why the owners are making money is because of the knowledge of the owner. At least this Ajaro estate that we are is where I started my business 16 years ago, and I'm still here. I've seen businesses come and go just because they see me making it. Oh, I know when she started now. She used to back her baby. People just gang up. Go and start. And they will start and they will close up. Not one, not two, not three, not four. At the time, that woman is using something. That's what people will say. You are using something. But the truth is, you must understand the nitty-gritty of any business you want to do to succeed. If you don't understand the dynamics, if you like, go to fashion school and be a fashion professional or fashion expert. Without understanding the dynamics of business, you will still struggle. You will still cry. You will still complain. So you must understand that dynamics is what is lacking in most people. And a lot of people don't see it as need. Sometimes they're like, why should I learn? The dynamics is what makes you successful. It's not the expert. There's technical aspect of every business. Oh, I know how to cook well. It's so sweet. Very good. I know how to say like cake by say cheese. I know how to make cake well. I'm eating your cake now. At least you send me birthday cake and I'm still thanking you. Very, very sweet cake. But if you don't understand dynamics, my people, that the same business will be your nightmare. You'll be crying like, what did I do? Who did I offend? You didn't offend anybody. Light is what you need. Illumination, knowledge, get it, interpret it to your situation. And I want to tell you today, as I keep teaching, whatever I am speaking about, see it in your, begin to think about it regarding your business. So that you can begin to see a better perspective, a clearer thing to do. It's very important. So let's move on. So today I'm going to be sharing about 16 points and we'll break at a time, continue till we get to the end. And the first thing is actually mindset. Mindset is everything. Mindset, the reason why your business is making what it's making today is a function of your mind. The reason why your account, your bank account is the way it is mindset. And until your mind begins to understand that you can actually make this kind of money, even though the money comes, it will go any which way. It will find its way out. The money will leave you. You know, some of this is when you see experienced entrepreneur talking, you'll be saying, all this thing they're saying. But for me, I've experienced it many times. So I know what they're saying is correct. Because I was making real money in telecoms. Making money every day. But at the end of the month, I'll check my balance. My capital is still the same. It's not going anywhere. And I was selling. I sell. Oh, hey, God. Sometimes I want to rest. I'm not doing business again. I want to sleep. I've worked in this world. I want to rest. I will make sales, every sales. I was selling. I was making money. But at the end of the day, my bank account will reflect my mindset. I'm using myself today as a guinea pig. It will reflect. So you say, CoachNancy is talking to me. I'm talking to myself. It will reflect my mindset. Like I said, let me share a quick example. I remember I said I lost all and I needed to start again. And I used this particular way to finance the business because I didn't have any money. And I called it the OPM, using other people's money. That's customer financing. So I will call them to tell them this is how much I'm going to sell. And I will give them better discount. I give them option to say, oh, if you want to buy now, it's 100 naira. But if you are paying and getting it later, I'll give you 5%. And they will say, okay, I prefer to. Everybody just opting for the pay later. They didn't even know that I don't even have, even if you pay now, I don't have anything to give you. So that day, on the first day, I was shocked that I was able to raise 50 million naira. So, raising it, and I realized that, I need to understand negotiation. I went back to the vendor and said, oh, I'm buying worth of this amount and I need 1% extra. And they were like, no, it's not possible. I said, well, I'll take it somewhere else. And just that, they gave me, and instantly, I made 500K. Instantly. Somebody that lost 3 million 7 days ago now made 500K in 1 day. That means if I continue like that, in 7 days, I already have more than my total loss. So I continued, and I was making money like that. And I told you that in 2 years, I was able to retain 20 million. Calculate it. If you look at the profit margin, you know that there is a lot of waste in between. And it's because my mind could not capture. So that's why we tell you, imagination is million. I saw somebody came in, a young girl, came in to buy a product of 20 million, and she just paid cash. I'm like, I can be like this girl now. Why can't I pay cash? So 20 million was registered in my head. So when the money got to 20 million, the other one was going back to. So you will not know until, because I like to experiment a lot. The thing was going back because I know I I was making money and I knew I was making sales. But 20 million was there until I began to go for training, do other things, open my mind. Then I said, I now understood that you don't have to be where you are. You can break the ceiling and move to the next level. You can, and that's why I advise that every year set a goal. You'll be shocked in the next 5 years. You will look back and say, is this me? You will look at yourself and say, is this you? Just because today your bank account is reading nil or negative does not mean that in the next 3 months you cannot change it. Especially when you have a business in your hand. So mindset is key. And there are so many money/business limiting beliefs holding us back. And for us to understand that as a business owner, the number one question you should constantly ask yourself as a business owner is, how do I effectively use these little resources I have to make more? It should be in your mind. How do I use, okay, I have only 100,000. How can I use it to make more? It must be something you put in your mind. And that is one of the things. I said it, I was telling one of my team, I said, the reason a lot of people are poor is because people don't think. We don't think in this country. And I say, and I'm so sorry, and this can be a disrespect to employees. The reason why most employees are not giving results, they don't think. They don't. If you want to be wealthy, you want to be rich, you want to be productive, whether as an employee or an employer, you must learn to think. For me, anything I want to do, when I see it, I'm looking for what is the easiest way out. You give me anything now, I was working with one of my staff yesterday, and he was doing design, he was wasting time. I'm like, come, if you use 1 hour to do this thing, I won't go home today. Mr. Man, build this system. Click it like this, the way. He was like, thank you, man. Then I said, oh, that's why when I give you job, you will be dying on it for 3 days. Just to think. Anything they give you, what is the best way out? I want to go to, just the way we use Google, I want to go to Ireland. What is the shortest route? We are not saying skip the route. We are not saying steal. We are saying legitimate way to do it. If you can think about that in your business, I'm telling you, you'll be more productive. But people just don't. They give them something, the person is just going, I'm going to Sule. They say, try to go, you begin to go. You cannot even think like, oh, can I find alternative? And that's just the way we make money. I tell you, if I see traffic, every time I'm in traffic, I'm just laughing like that. Things that some people are held down in financial level. They are in 200,000 for 10 years because they cannot just think and they cannot just take risk. They are thinking, if I turn, what if I turn and now delay? Turn first now, let it delay there. And sometimes there was a day I did that. There was traffic on our road. I entered into a street. I went to turn. I was coming back. They were still in traffic. So that means if it's money, the same thing. You have been in 200,000 since 1944. You are still there. You are thinking, oh, it's God. God did not do you anything, no. This our financial level is based on choice. The day I saw it in my own Bible, I screamed. He said, the Lord created the poor and the rich, but you decide which one you want to be. It's not that God created poor. Some people say that God is not that created poor and rich. You don't know Bible. The Bible said the Lord created both. You now decide to say, I want to be rich, I want to be poor. And it's a function of your habits, your day-to-day activities, and how you think. Mindset is too much, and I think we should pay attention to our mind. Who is speaking to you? Who are your association? Who are your friends? What are they saying? I was trying to interview Uju downstairs when I met her. I was like, oh, tell me. She just said, the one thing I like about you is that when they throw problem to you like this, you don't even see problem. You keep turning it to solution. I say, that's the truth. And that is the way I want us to think. When anything comes to you in your business, don't be afraid to see it as challenge alone. See it. Keep seeing the opportunity there. Because it helps you change the narrative of how you respond. If you see it like, oh, it's a problem, your mind will just say, oh God, I don't want problem, I'm tired. And before you know, you are restraining from it. But if you see it like, oh, this thing, okay, I can solve it. I would like to. That's one of the things that gave me money in telecoms. Because I'm always looking for problems. Once I listen and I hear MTN is going to be scarce, it's going to be scarce. All my investment is on it. So people say, oh, it will go up, but in 2 days later, something you were making profit of maybe 2%, you're now making 20, 10. I'll just be laughing behind my computer like this. Me that I will be refreshing profit. Hey, you say Jesus. I'll be calling my husband. It's the only way I can tell. Come and see, oh, money, you must take risks and you must also be ready to embrace opportunity. Still talking about mindset. Mindset is key. Who are you talking to? Who are in your closet? Sometimes, let me tell you, some people don't hate you. They don't hate you, but the fact is that they are just pessimistic in nature. And sometimes they can be your spouse. Sometimes they can be your very close friend. Sometimes they can even be your mom, your father. You cannot say, I don't want to marry you again. But you now need to learn how to use wisdom in dealing with things. I remember I paid 20 million to someone, and the person had bank issues, so they held on my money. So they didn't give me goods, they didn't give me. So I was calling, they said tomorrow. So I went there, and I said they are having issues with the bank, they are in debt, and my money has entered into for their own bad loan. So I got back home. I just knew that if I tell my husband at that time, the love will make me to lose faith. Because the concern, have they paid? What are we doing? Let's get the police. That concern, he's not a bad person. The over concern of him not wanting me to feel bad, it will make me to even lose faith in that thing. Then the second person, my mom. Those are the two people that I know that they love me to the end. My mom will call you. Before you know, she can drive in by daytime and say, I came to see you. I hope you are not thinking about it. All those conversations that is making me to think more. So I just say, I'm not telling anybody. And I went in, and it's because I have studied them, the way maybe based on things that happened before, how they care, and their care lead me into not believing the thing could happen again at that time. So I just started praying. I was just crying to God. I refused to eat. Like, God, I'm tired. What's this now? 20, why can't I just pay? And they will tell me, and this country, I used to tell people, structure your business. So this country, you can't get your money. You just talk, you zero, couple use. This Nigeria that we are, God will bless. God will help us. Don't just have money problem. You won't get your money. The person that is owing you will even be giving police plenty money, and you will be. They will even frustrate you the more. So I kept on. I was praying. And one day I just went to midweek service. You know, sometimes when you are in problem, you now go to church more every day. I went to midweek service and I just sat down. My pastor was just preaching, and my pastor does not prophesy on a normal day. He just said, "There's somebody here." God said, He warned you, but you still made the mistake, but He's going to have mercy on you. I just jumped up to say, Amen. Nobody understands my problem. And the next day, they just called, they said, Madam, they believe the account, the lien has been removed. We are moving your money. We are doing this. They gave me the goods at that time. I printed the goods. I was selling. I was panicking. I hope it will not be used. I hope it's not compromised. I hope it's not. Until I finished selling. A week later, I now told my husband, I look at my husband, and this is bad now. This is not fair. I said, sorry. I just needed faith to hold on myself. Because even me, I was already losing myself, but I needed something to guide me. It's not every time we share. Just sometimes you need to get your stamina. And sometimes, for you to actually be successful in life, you need to know yourself. And that's why we start from instruction. Go back. If you are here, if you have not known yourself and you are in SYB, go and click it. Sit down. The way to success is self-awareness. Know yourself. I know myself to the extent that there are some business I will never do. Like dash me money, I'm not doing. So it's not that the business will not succeed or the business is not good. I cannot win in that business because of who I am. Know yourself. And if I want to enter into any industry, I know how I'm going to do. I know I'm going to dominate. I know what I want to do. So if you know yourself to that level, it will help you. So that's the reason why I can know, okay, these people are telling me too much. Oh, Nancy, sorry. Those things is just making me to now say, God, that means this money is gone. That they are over sorry that they are telling me. Oh, I'm just saying that. And I'm feeling the money is gone. The money is gone. So we need to understand ourselves. It will help us in winning. So mindset is what we are still talking about. And I want to let us know that every level of success can be initiated by you. And it is also things that you have to learn principles. There are financial principles that can never die. There are keys that can never die. It's just like you want to open a job. You want to marry the right person. There are keys to getting married to the right person. You want to make money. Keys. The Bible said He has given us keys to these keys. So that principles are keys. What will you do to make money? If you want to make money online, you are on Instagram, and you are not publicizing your business, you can't make money. Not even Instagram. Whether physical, outside, if you are not creating effective awareness, you cannot make enough money. You'll be making change. And And that change will not be enough. Do you understand? Those are just simple principles to making money in business. Because the way you make money in your business is your sales. Imagine all the things you are buying today. How did you know they exist? For instance, let's use this class. You knew about me, you saw me on Instagram. Imagine I'm inside my room and I'm saying, I know what to say and I'm there. A lot of us are there. Your product is very good. You know that if people come to this class, your class, or if people come to your seminar, they will love it. But you are there. You are not publicizing the business and you want it to grow. God, even in the Bible, He said you should call people, call them. The more people that comes to you is the equivalent of how much. Imagine you are making 500,000 for one person. So you know that if you now do 100, you know how much you make. But now you decide not to promote your business, or you are too bogged down with day-to-day activities that you can't even do the real thing, which is getting more leads, getting more customers into your business. If you don't get more leads, you can't make money. So we need to understand that fact. So mindset is very important. So I want to talk about some limiting beliefs holding us back, and I will just rush through it. Number one is we need to understand that what we have in our mind most times is a function of, number one, verbal programming. Our upbringing, what we have heard in the past, what we have heard in the last few years, verbal programming, all the things people have said that you have listened to, you don't know, some of them dropped in your mind. That's why sometimes you have to be intentionally praying against some of the words you have heard in the past. Even just sit down, even if you can remember some, start to take it out of your mind, because they can affect you. And if they affect you, the truth is, if you don't have sound mind, you can't make money. If you are not sound, you can't. That's why people say, I don't care. Even though my husband does not agree, I will continue. No problem, continue. Can you continue with half body? If you can, because if you get home, you are still disturbed by those conversations, and you want to think strategy. Somebody is telling you you are not going to sleep. Because when I was growing in Anifoshe in Kenya, where I grew from, most of the people there are bad guys. Is that the guy is doing drugs, or one thing is they are the only one that have money. So you're like, we are going to die in this poverty. Like, you have to do bad things to make money. And that is the belief of some people. That is the belief of some people till tomorrow. Like, how much can you make doing business? I beg, let's go to government and pack the money. But I realized when I started telecoms that so I can make this money in business. I said, I'm going to give it all my best. I can make money. So I started asking myself, because my mom was a trader for years, but she never had money. So I now begin to dissect what happens to her, and I realized that it's that sentiment issue. Because she was very hardworking, she would have been very rich, but she's very emotional, she's very sentimental. So all the food, all the money she gives, she can dash, give everybody, she start again, give everybody, she start again. So we keep starting over again. So I realized, okay, that because I was telling myself, I wanted to work, I wanted to be a professional person, like trading is poverty, I don't want, let me go and be doing. But I realized, and I realized, so I can do business and make money. So this money that I have, I did business to have it. I said, wow, that means you can do legitimate things to make money. And I want to encourage anyone here, if you still have that mindset, change the narrative. Your business can change your story, but you have to change your habits. You have to change your habits. Then the last one is experience. Experience, the experience you've encountered before. Maybe you have failed before in doing any business, or maybe something negative has happened to you before. Sometimes they can stick to you that you begin to think that is who you are. Like, you can't work. I've done business before, I can never, this business thing, forget. This thing is saying is our business, my own business, it cannot work. Please, I'm begging you today, take those limiting thoughts from your mind. Take those limiting beliefs out of your mind, because those things are heavy. You think they are so heavy that they can hold you bound. And if you don't take it out, you might not be able to move to the next level. So I want to share with us wealthy mindset that we should adopt. Wealthy mindset that we should consciously adopt. Number one is productivity. Number one is positivity. Positivity. I said it earlier when I was talking about mindset, that if I see anything, I see positivity in it. I don't see, like, if I want to go out, maybe I want to plan this program now, and I put it online, I'm not thinking that they will not pay. I can never ever think about it. It's the last thing. Now when you think, will they pay? They don't know me. You are already defiling yourself. I tell people, if it's raining heavily in this Lagos, my colleague will come and see, Ojo, I'll say, me, I'll sell. It's a mindset. That's my disposition naturally. I don't think of the other way. And I tell you the truth, I have always sold. God is my witness. And I don't sell small. Plenty. All of them that say they will not sell, their customer will come and buy from me and I will sell. Rain, every rain, rain is falling. Before we know, once the rain stops, you can't see customer. With transfer, you will still sell that. What is your mindset regarding your business? Number one, let's deal with it. What are your thoughts? Sit down and think about it. Every day you are thinking, I'm not good enough. Oh, we didn't pay. Oh, that person is the best. Oh, for that service, that person. Let me tell you something. Everybody's on a journey. And the earlier you know, the better for you. Even the person you are looking up to is still saying, what can I do to be the best? What can I do to try? So, we attract what we think. For your business, you must learn to attract the right thing. And tell yourself, you are going to the store. So people go wake up in the morning and they're going, you are telling yourself, you are starting a new project. You are already saying there won't be sales. How will sales come? You have already, because that positioning will also, because let me tell you, we are spirit being. If you like, when we are online on Instagram, everybody's posting pictures. They don't used to show you where they are doing spiritual things. Nobody has ever put, I went to Babalawo on Instagram. Have you seen it before? So, but people know what they do behind the scene. So you must know what you also do behind the scene to ensure you are fine. So our thought is in association with divinity, with spiritual realm. So when you begin to think like, oh, I don't have, no sell, you won't sell. Me, I have never thought about it, and I'm encouraging you to be positive in your thought, in everything you do for yourself. Be positive and put in the work. I'm not saying, just say, I will sell. In your heart, you are doubting seriously. You are using your mouth to say, I will sell. Do you know that when we speak, two things stop. Our mouth is speaking and our heart. And the one of our heart is stronger than our mouth. So a lot of people say, I believe I will sell. But is that she's so scared? Will I sell? Will I sell? I remember the first day I told you that, you know, you can sell your business, you can sell franchise to your business, you can make, somebody has not made 5 million, I'm telling the person you can make 50 million. She's like, what is she saying? Jonathan, but with time she sat down to go back to the class and start listening, and the thing entered her, and today she has money. At least I can say she has money because I have a bank balance. She has money. So it's a function of your mind. Don't let anybody cheat you. Don't let it make you go and do evil things. Don't let, because when you don't know, you start compromising. Maybe if I do it this way, you start living who you are. You start living the wrong thing. Whereas this morning, let me tell you, when God says the word of the Gentiles is up, we will be doing the right thing. We will follow the right process, and money will come and meet you. And the Bible says, as far as your eyes think, as your mind thinks, so have I given you. Abraham, look to your left, look to your right. As far as you can see. So what can you see about your business? Because that's one of the things that pains me a lot. A lot of people don't see their business going. So people don't see their business, maybe their business is still 500,000. They cannot even see it to be 2 million. They can't see it. They say, well, let's just be doing this. Just doing it for doing this sake. What business are you doing that you cannot tell me that if you got online, you must see a multi-million-dollar business in that industry? Go and Google your business and say, people in decoration business, and think it's just what you are doing. And one of the things that I keep on, when I came to telecom, I still meet a lot of my colleagues, they are still poor. I met them, I became big, I grew, they started looking for me, and I'm even trying to leave them there. They are still saying, and they think it's God. God is not, God has given us all the power the day He created us. Let's begin to implement. Let me tell you, if you start to apply, you will start to see results. Yeah. It's not a function of mouth. Don't bring out cause and be so scared like, oh, whoever I don't, to be sincere, it's not to make anybody feel bad. There can be big people in your industry. Okay, thank you. There can be big people in your industry. Because I don't really look at other people like that. I only check them when I'm trying to strategize. Jonathan, I want to create a strategy to make the market. I will look at them. But I'm not seeing you. I'm so sorry. I did not see you. And it's not to make you feel bad. I just did not see you. And sometimes this thing can make somebody feel that you are proud. But the truth is, you did not see the I remember my colleague would say, I did not see you. And when I'm strategizing, I'm not thinking about you. When I want to set my price, put the right things in place. I've looked at you. I've looked at what are they doing. I've checked competition. Okay, they do this. But immediately I'm moving. I'm not seeing you again. I'm just doing my thing. And I'm not ready to be talking about you. We have to learn not to even talk about the competition. Leave them. Just be so focused. You'll be shocked that you can actually have the result that you are thinking other people have. Especially like on Instagram. We think some people sell on Instagram. So you mentioned 2 days, like, they sell so much. They are dead. It's just principles they've been able to adopt. And if you can adopt those principles and stay by it on a consistent basis, I'm telling you, you will be so blown away with your own results. But sometimes, are we ready to put in that work? People that are cashing out on Instagram, they are working, it's work, but it's not that you see, sold out, 100 people, sold out 1,000. Okay, if they tell you their day-to-day activities, you will know that sold out is not about sold out, it's about work. It's about work, and we need to do the work. The truth is, as business owner, there is time to put in the work, and there is time to rest. When I started telecoms years back, I used to resume like 7 a.m. in the morning. Sometimes I get to 10, 11, and doesn't even before 12 midnight because it's a physical business. Sometimes 11. And when have you ever worked? You did not carry load. You are doing mental work and you are tired, like you are panting like somebody that ran. Mental work, but not that you carry load. I've been in that place several times. So this morning we are talking about is about us sitting down. See, you must think it out. You must sweat it out to get this money. Because if your strategy is not right, you won't make enough money. And when you look at the market, you will say, there is more. Hey, when I heard somebody first of all say there is money in town, I said, and I have a twin brother. Like, there is money in town. People are holding your money just for you to say what will make them give you. Your money is in people's hand. So until you begin to say those things, they will not give you. So you must learn what do they want to hear to make them give you that money. I pray that God will open your eyes. That should be my first prayer before I started. God should open our eyes that we may see and understand what I'm saying. So the second wealthy mindset, the first one is positivity, second is productivity. Productivity is maximum result in minimum time. Maximum, and how can you be so productive? Is number one, you have to learn to be focused. Distraction is killing a lot of people. Distraction is stealing money from us. Especially if you are a coach, you teach, you are online, or you are posting online, you can be distracted that the whole day you did nothing. But you have to be intentional with yourself to say, oh, this I want to do. Because if you are focused enough in that thing you want to do, put in the right work, you will do it well. We must understand that it is not enough to get results. Maybe for instance, I want to produce this paper and it takes normal 30 minutes to produce it. I now use 5 hours. And I'm not saying I'm productive. God is looking at you like, this is my child. You are not holding yourself. Stop praying, stop calling me. Because if you use 30 minutes for this, imagine the replication of what you would have achieved. The people making it, I would like to, some of them, I'm close to them, they work. But the truth is, if you are consistent with work, when it gets to a particular level, you break out. You are not working, but you just people work. But you have to put in the work first. But a lot of us, once it's 9 or 6 a.m., I want to sleep more. I saw one child on Instagram and the mom said, wake up, come and have your bed. He said, I want to sleep more. The mom said, you want to sleep more? Don't you want to be a doctor again? He said, Mommy, I don't want to be a doctor again. Please, I don't want to be a doctor. I want to sleep. That's how we do when we are in this particular place. Because God is actually, let me tell you, God does not love anybody. I know the Bible, so people say, Esau abide love. No, not Esau. Jacob abide love. But let me tell you, if you do the principle that God has created, you will be wealthy. Because the reason is you see somebody not doing it and you start adopting those principles, your life will just change. And you come out from those complaining. The second one is productivity, best use of your time. There are a lot of questions, you will see it in the slide. You can move to the next, the whole day. Swipe. You are swiping for somebody collecting money. Another person is collecting money, you are swiping. Swipe. The person is collecting a lot. You are swiping. So we must understand the balance. We can't do without also having fun. But I tell people, especially as CEOs, we need to know our working hours. Set time. You don't need to tell your staff But be committed. But if you want to truly be productive, you can be accountable to someone. To say, okay, I work. Because sometimes your work might be during the night, your work might be extra. You can just tell yourself, okay, I work maybe 9 hours a day. I will do first 9 to 4, then I will do midnight. I tell people, oh, okay, I'll get there. So you can ask yourself some of these questions because you will get the slide. The third one is prioritization. You need to learn to prioritize things. Some things are important, but they are not very urgent. So you need to know, what should I do now? You wake up in the morning. What are you supposed to do that will add to you? So, for instance, let me look at a proper business example. Now, you know in the morning. Okay, for instance, for my I used to tell people, know when your customer make purchases. You need to know at what time does your customer buy from you. When do they buy? So for the charge card now, people must buy early in the morning because we do all sales. They must come in the morning to buy because they also need to sell in their store. Now, before their buying time, I'm supposed to send out SMS trying to convince them to come and buy from me because I'm not the only person selling. Now, I now leave that and I'm going to be focusing on how I want to maybe print the product I want to sell. So there is misplaced. The two of them are important, but you have misplaced what you're supposed to do. Now, I will now print it down. Nobody is coming to buy, or only 2 people come. It's not wisdom. But now, if I take that, the fact that, first, so that's why you need to sit down, you need to think it out. Sit down and look at, okay, what's the flow? So what should I do first? What should I do second? What should I do? Those things will add to your bottom line. Now, I now come to say, okay, I wake up by 7 a.m., I'm crafting SMS, then I will do bulk SMS out. We did bulk SMS for every day for 10 years. Every day for good 10 years. We didn't miss it one day. Sometimes we used to send 4 or 5. And I don't care. Sometimes maybe we have sent out SMS and we realize that the sales did not come. I won't wait to. I'll just call them, hello, what's happening? No sales. And we're calling back to say, we quickly investigate the market. What's happening? They say something has happened, somebody did. We send another SMS to counter the one we sent before. Because we must sell. And the reason I'm saying this, my business is an everyday business. Yours can be every week. Can you plan it and ensure you are intentional, you predict your sales? Don't just be waiting. None of us wait open store, we are waiting. Like I will say, who told you will say? Who told? Especially startup. If I catch any startup that open, I will flog the person. You just go and get a shop, put banner outside and say, we are open. You don't be telling your friends, we are open. Now be sending message on WhatsApp to your family, friends, and be angry with everybody. You didn't buy from me. What kind of thing is that one? You did not buy from me. I saw you pass my shop. You now went to buy from the other person. That is not it. Before you start a business, you are not a startup. Let me not talk about it. You must create awareness. The reason when I started my business in this estate 16 years ago, the first day I sold 1.8 million. Not because I have 2 heads or my mother has 1 thing. So no, we put in the work. We went all the way because traditional marketing was what was involved. We went all around this environment, telling people that need us, which is our target audience, that we are opening on the 20th of March. Come there. We are going. Me and my niece, we are going everywhere. Some of them will tell you, and so you are opening. What's special about you? I went back home. I started praying. God, what will I tell them that will make them see that I'm special? Add freebies. And you know there are 2 types of freebies you can give. There is a particular class of freebies for the poor. There is a class of freebies for the rich. If you give the rich food, they don't need your food. They have food. But sometimes, if the poor, if you give them food, snacks, they will come because they like it. So what we added is everywhere. Do you know? Sometimes when you are doing marketing, from your marketing process, you know you are not going to sell. Go back and re-strategize. Don't be open for that. You see the signal that there is no sales in this thing. So we saw that. Some of them, okay, I said, no, this is not what I want. I went back and I bought a new one. I didn't even print it. There's no branding anything. I bought it with hand and I was giving. On the 20th, I'm coming. They put it in their pocket. I will be there. When I saw everybody putting it in their pocket, I know I had made sales. I went to prepare. Do you understand? And I opened that store. Over 100 people walked in that day. We sold. We will sell. We will say, wait, we are coming. We will go and buy again. Because we didn't have the money. They will wait. We will go. Come. stop. What am I saying? You need to understand how to do things before you can win. You can't just be doing an open shop. You can let me tell you, activity is not productivity. The fact that you open your shop does not give you money. Yes, as a business owner, your staff, you must pay them. As far as they resume to the shop, money must be collected. But you don't get money until a sale is made. So until you get that clarity, you might continue to suffer. You start shouting at your staff, nagging and saying all of you are not doing anything. So what do you want them to do? Teach them what to do. So prioritization, we have to be very, very intentional with prioritizing our day, prioritizing what we do in our business. What is, I tell business people, let's focus on income generating activities. What will bring in the sale? What will bring in the money? We can delegate every other part. But even though you are still small, you can start to do it little by little. Then there's another thing I want to say. The next slide, the wealth value time, while the poor value money. So we must understand this, that there are some things that you need to pay money, you need to use money to do. It's not everything you have to be doing. You are wasting your time. You are wasting your, we can't, this life, let's not forget that we are not going to live forever. For instance, now, as a female entrepreneur, let me talk to all the female in the house. You have a business and you try to put in work, and the business even give you, let us say your business give you 20,000 that day, and you know step by step of what you did. Now, the next day, maybe you now decide to say, I want to wash clothes. You now wash clothes for 8 hours. You now say, I put clothes outside. I'm washing. Now watch from 8 to maybe 6 in the evening. Let me tell you, it's a waste of your own resources. Except you don't have the resources yet. But because I want to use that example, you need to know how to value your time. What can I do? Okay, for instance, to wash that clothes, somebody can wash the clothes a whole month and take 20,000 from you. That you want to see that. Use that time to be strategizing. What will I tell them again to make them pay? So before you know it, you begin to make more money. You must learn how to delegate. You must learn how to delegate, and you must learn how to delegate to your advantage. Yes, ma'am. There are some things you cannot delegate, I know, and it's a function of your husband, your house, your home. But what I used to say is that anything that any other person can do for you, there are some things you must do for yourself. You must do for your spouse. Don't delegate those, but the one that they can do, my people, prioritize. Except you are not making money, you are just having full time. But if you know what to do with that time, don't play with the time and say you are pressing for. So people has full-time housekeepers, but they are using their time to press for. Not that one. Let's be productive enough. You'll be shocked at the result we can have. And it's here also that a lot of people pass over opportunity repeatedly. That's the acronym for poor. You will see opportunity like this, you pass it for different reasons. For reasons of I don't want to take risks, reasons of I'm scared, reasons of I don't want to lose, different things. But we must learn to train our mind to see opportunities and take it. So act like the, just write it in your book. I will start acting like the rich. I will start acting like the rich. So you use your time to buy, use your money to buy time. Don't waste your time, because time you can't replace time. Then the next one is wealthy mindset for thinking. I said it, I wanted to say that previous time that some people before you wake up in the morning. For me, I have already thought about my day. I've looked at, okay, what do I want to do? How much do I want to make? I've concluded it in the morning before I wake up. So the person that is just waking up by 7 to now say, you are just doing guesswork. You wake up to life, like life will just come. Life don't just happen, you have to plan it. Life don't just happen. So I want to recommend everybody to try as much as possible to have what we call thinking time. There is what we call your own genius time. That time when you can think strategy easily, but learn it for yourself. And watch yourself through and see when that time is for you. You'll be shocked that during that period you can produce, you can be more productive, you can bring out things that are more valuable to your business. Then the last one, selling. Mindset. A lot of people think, oh, I can't sell, I don't like to sell, I don't want to see myself on Instagram, I don't want to do video. The truth is, the current age, video is the new thing that you do. Like, write all the story, you might not sell. So find a way, you don't have to put your face, find a way to sell with the current trend, but you might not do it their way. Do your own. find your own style. Find what works for you, but you need to align with what is currently happening. If not, you will be behind. And let's know that selling is actually helping. If you know that selling is helping, it will help you to sell more. I tell people that if I don't market what I'm selling and people fall victim of maybe a coach that don't have experience or a coach that don't know what he's saying, the person would have lost money and will never go for training again. Whereas there are some people that are doing it well. So sell because you want to save people. And that is what selling is. Okay, you make cake and you make cake with the right ingredient. Your cake is good to the body. Why you should sell it is because this cake, it will help you. Some people are putting something else. Some people are doing it the wrong way. But so because you want to save humanity, let that be the essence of your selling. And it will help you to sell, to produce cream. Whatever you do, there is always counterfeit of anything we are doing. Anything that is good has counterfeit. So when you are going into the market, knowing that I'm going to help people, but if I don't help them, their skin will get burned. They will buy from these people. You start shouting, like say it like you want to rescue a soul. Say it like you want to bring out a dead child. Don't be saying like, oh, I don't know how to. You know how to spend money, so you must try to sell, please. So let's move. You can make it up there. So now we move to number 2. Number 2 talks about know your financial position. So I entering into the financials properly now. Number 2. Number 1, I talked about mindset, and I've ended at number 1. Just understand that your mind is key, and mindset is everything in our life. The way you are now is a function of your mindset. Your current bank account is a function of your mind. Your spending habit is your mindset. Telling you, it's your mind. So number 2 is know your financial position. How many of us currently know our financial position here? Can we see hands up? Let's not lie. Let's be truthful. It will help us. How many of us? Okay. Thank you. So the thing is, the good thing about a business knowing your financial position is the fact that it helps you to know what you're not doing well, what you need to do better, and how you need to go. But when you don't know your financial position, you expose your business to a lot of things. A lot of things. You will not even know. Because let me tell you, without you knowing your financial position, you won't even know where the problem is. You just start seeing all the problem as being mystical. Like, I don't know. You will see everything like it's strange to you. So I want to appeal to everyone that at the end of this class, at the end of today, try as much as possible, especially for those of us selling products that have inventory. Sometimes it's not easy for us to put it, but the truth is there is anything worth doing is worth doing well. Yeah. If you say I don't have time to count my inventory, you are saying you don't have time to make more money. Because for any business that has inventory is actually almost 80% of your assets. So not taking record of your inventory is like putting your money, you take 100,000 and put it at this bus stop and say you want to meet it. It's the same thing. The fact that you are locking your store and your staff can enter. I remember one of my clients. The staff, they went to every Sunday, turn by turn, everybody will go and get a customer to load product every Sunday. But because the owner does not know, they don't know. So this Sunday is your alert, is your account. This Sunday, they were doing it for years. Over 50 million naira was lost. Yes, they were doing it, they were enjoying. The owner was just going like, oh. And they did not know, not that they knew, they now saw it, they did not know because they were not checking their finances. It was a customer that paid, one of the customers they sold to. It was just remaining 3,000 naira balance. That one now wired it to the direct office account. They now started asking, why this money? The woman, they now called us. She said, yeah, I bought the supply from Sunday. That was when their head started dying. But what has happened? They went, they started asking, calling those staff. They realized that over 15 million naira was gone. I've said it before, in Nigeria, if you lose money, the country is zero. You can get some more, but the zero is the most case. So let's just try. Even some of us are here, you say, oh, I don't sell, like sales is purely online. I sell online, so you still have the problem. Because your sales online can be diverted. And also, the service provider that is even providing a platform of payment for you can also take your money. So how do you ensure the old systems is working well? You put the right structure. At least for coaching, we are not selling service. But sometimes, because we are always detailed, we'll be posting it here, posting it there. We say a particular amount did not drop. Oh. Why? You are right there. Send them a mail. But if you don't know, I remember years back, a certain bank in this estate, they debited my account for 250,000, and they didn't send us alert. We didn't know. It was that bad. So we didn't see alert. We didn't reflect anywhere. And we now went to them. My staff, they checked. They said, "Man, this thing is not balanced. We don't understand. It's not even reflecting in the real time of the bank." So I went to the bank to complain. They said, "Yeah, they checked. They said, we are sorry. It's a problem from the end of it. So we'll fix it." So they saw the difference. They now told me, they gave me assurance that it will be fixed. In 2 weeks time, they did send the money in. But my concern was that I was engaging my account officer, and I realized that it happened to almost all the banks, all the accounts in that bank, and some people never came. Just calculate like 50,000 customers, 250 times. Do you know how many billion it is? So when you don't track your business, when you are not on top of your business, you will be saying, "I've been working, I don't know." Let me tell you, what is stealing from us as business owners is so many. But I cannot talk about it today because it's a structural issue. It's so many. Waste, employee, bank, customer. You can supply customer and make mistakes. So it's too much. So, but the only way you can know and you can continue to identify what is happening is you checking your numbers. And that's why I said knowing your financial position is key, and try as much as possible to know your financial position on a monthly basis. Especially when you are just starting. Check it. We have this simple template that they are going to send to you. They are going to send it to your mail with this slide. Just carry as you get home. Sit down, do it one after the other. I'm telling you, it's either you cry after 1 week or you smile. You must choose one. So people will come back and say, oh God, my money was 5 million. When I check it again, I'm not seeing 3 million. What happened? I say, I'm on your office. I'm just. But it helps you to not start saying, oh, so this thing can happen. Okay, what can I do? What can I do? What should be done? Because if you don't know something is happening, you won't even do anything. And some of us are making money, but we don't know. Some people will tell you, I make 40 million naira profit, but they can't see it. In profit calculation, is there, but the money is not there. So you need to harness all these things together so that you don't become a victim of what you don't want. So being fully aware of your financial position is very key. Just like being fully aware of yourself, knowing your numbers to that key, because numbers is the only thing that can help you create the right strategy. You want to create strategy in your business. If you formulate strategy today and we apply it, it's from your numbers we are going to be able to say, oh, it's not working, let's change this. Now, if you don't know those numbers, there's problem. We have to, and I want to appeal to everyone, stop sugarcoating your financial position. The fact that your financial position is not good today does not mean it cannot be better. But hiding is something a lot of people have. I've worked with people and a lot of people have bad debt, have issues, they are not hiding. In hiding the thing, you are sinking more. You are sinking, then you get to a day where they'll just say, oh, they've confiscated your property, now be crying. Stop sugarcoating your financial, be truthful to yourself. You can decide to say, I want to hide it from my staff. Maybe because of your ego, or I don't want somebody to know. It's okay, but to yourself, you need to know. I remember I was working with a client and I said, oh, first, where I will start from is, we need to know your financial position. He said, no, how could I know I'm going to die? I said, nothing will kill you. Because if you don't know, you can't even know where to work for. And when we checked it, it was in minus 33 million. And this is a business that they started with 60 million. So he knows, but he's living in denial. He's sensing it. Like, oh, there's issue, but you don't want to now check. Then everybody is taking from the money too. Your staff is taking, everybody is doing sharing, everybody is collecting. So, and at the end of the day, when we're able to identify that, he thought he was depressed for some time. But you have to face the reality. You have to face reality of yourself that this business that has 10 branches, that everybody is seeing our beauty that is beautiful. We don't have anything, no. Many businesses in Nigeria are like that, so they don't have nothing. They are not like doing po. Nothing is there. Ko. But if you pay attention today, you can change the narrative. Not about, so you can have a big, because Nigeria would like show a lot, and it's not bad. Everybody knows what they value. That's why you see couples they fight. If your husband likes BBT, leave him. Just tell him, okay, let's have budget. So your own, you buying life, you buying assets. If not, your marriage can scatter. So just there's a little thing you need to understand that. Oh, okay, me I like to see money. I like assets a lot. If my husband likes life, he wants to buy a big car. Oh, continue now. Because you want to buy car, I will drive. Me, my own money, I'm saving it. Nobody is fighting. So we must understand this thing. It's good to live based on what we want. It's not that you should suffer yourself in that code, but you must also understand that your numbers is key and you must be aware of where you are. And the truth is, some people, until when they bought another car, they didn't know they were in minus because they were not checking. They were just seeing float in their account. Some float is bank loan, overdraft. They just say, "Oh, I want to change this Jeep to G-Wagon." Because they have sent it 60 million G-Wagon. You are already in deficit. You are in minus. But because you are not, and what will happen? Let me tell some of you today. If you get home, you take this financial assessment, you analyze your position. Some of the things you say you want to buy before, you just start changing your mind. Yeah. Can't buy it. Can't buy this. Because you don't have the money. But seeing your business like, oh, it's big, you start thinking, oh, that should be 100, I'll just pay. Get me 4. I will even pay for my younger sister. When you do your financial position, you will tell yourself, you look at yourself, I don't have money. And I tell you, the truth is, we can all be very low. But you don't do things you cannot afford now. You do it by time, you grow to it, and you start living from a place of peace of mind. All this show. Some of them don't have that though. When you knock their door, they are flying up. I'm telling you, but when you do it right, you can still show, which is not bad, but do it right. Not showing with debt, using loan to go and buy a car because you want to have G-Wagon. For waiting now. Enriching the people that are already rich. So we must understand these things. Knowing your financials is very key, and knowing the position you are being clear. And that's why also knowing your financials, you can use your balance sheet if you are good with it. But if you are not, don't worry. This one is very simple. Simple template. Just no max plus. We'll give you this. You do it every month. It's like you thank God the other month. You say, oh, thank you, I've seen light. Or you say, hey, darkness has happened. And you call for help. So please, denial is deadly. Living in denial is bad. It can lead to depression, it can lead to suicide, it can lead to you taking your life. Because why? You refuse to accept what is there. And sometimes because you don't accept it, the day you now get to that level of maybe somebody trying to, you can hang yourself. You can, any negative thing can happen, we reject it in the mighty name of Jesus. So please, let's not live in denial. Then the next slide is also, she's talking about your financial position. I try to put it in perspective from experience to say where are you talking about wealth stages. We have 4 wealth stages, and in this class I would just like you to just tell us, oh, with your mind, the stage where your profit is less than your overhead. So you make 100,000 as profit, and your expenses is 200,000. So that's already. So if your capital is 2 million, in 12 months, 1.2 is gone. So then, if you are in that stage, sincerely you need help, budget. If not, your business can go under. No business is supposed to be being in comatose. The reason why a lot of business are here is because you don't understand your break-even point. If you know your break-even point, you can calculate and say, okay, if my cost is 200, how much do I need to sell? Then you can know what you are chasing. You start running after it. We'll get there later. So number 2 is survival stage. Profit equals to overhead. And a lot of people are in this survival stage. I'm just doing business to survive. Let me tell you, no business can be wealthy from the survival stage. You can't be wealthy running your business with this mindset, like I'm just surviving. You can't be okay. So we need to understand that we need to go past it. It can be where we start from, but we need to move out of there. Then the 3rd one is actually standard stage, where you have your profit is less than your overhead, and you still have 30% of your profit to be plowed back. 30% is still remaining to be plowed back. So that means whatever capital you have is growing from the proportion of that 30%. You are still okay, but that's not the best. And what I want for everyone in this house is actually abundance stage. And I keep saying it that abundance stage is possible I've been there, and because a lot of people believe, oh, it's story. It's just your mindset. When you have too much negative in your mind, I'm telling you, it's not to make you feel bad. You have to detox your mind. Say, this thing can happen. If not, you'll be saying, that's like you say, start a business or because they say 1.8. You start arguing. There's nothing in that thing. It's a normal thing. Just like you want to start a business on Instagram. Okay, let me use one of my clients called Abacha Nation. At Abacha Nation. I don't know if you've seen her. She's all like, she sells Abacha. And a plate of Abacha that she sells is 5,000. She has packaged it well. She has done a lot of things. She said 5,000. When she came to me to say, God, the first saw me and said, go and meet that. My wife can cook Abacha well. But I need her to monetize it. The woman was saying, I don't see anything in Abacha. Who will buy it? I said, if can you do it? She says, I can do it. I said, people will buy it. Let's package. So we had a session for like 6 weeks. And after the 6 weeks, she launched that. On the 4th day, she sold 110 plates of Abacha. So there is a strategy that works that made it happen. Don't now come and say it's not possible, it's not possible. What do you mean? Just ready to put in the work. She had to go back, understand who your audience are, communicate to your audience, then let them know your start date. Then you start pushing. Don't say it's not possible. Because as you are saying it's not possible, you can't make money. Because you need to believe it and begin to say, okay, oh, that's not the coach. What did you do exactly? Be asking the right questions. Don't say it's not possible. Or what did the lady do? Do you understand? When you start to ask the right question, then you can know how to use it to your own and achieve the result you want to achieve. So the last one I said I want us, all of us to be is abundance stage. So abundance stage is a stage which your profit is less than your overhead and you have 70% to plan back. So there is no how that business will not become a billionaire. You will not become a billionaire in few months. So what this says is that what this particular abundance stage is saying is that your total profit is within 30% of your profit. Your total overhead is within 30%, and it is possible. It depends on how much you are making. And the other one is saying, oh, your total overhead is around 70. So, but the best is can your overhead be within 30%? Then everybody see any salary. I'm not saying cut any salary of anybody. Let's make more money. It's not about now if my profit now go back and say it's not 30, I want to cut salary. Don't cut salary. It's for you to make more money. What are we going to do to increase the income? That's the essence of that. So with this, everybody needs to identify, write in your book. I want us to not know it for yourself. Say, oh, me, when I come out to the Lord, I want to move. This is where I am. Because let me tell you, the first place to get healing financially is telling yourself the truth. If you don't tell yourself the truth, you can't move anywhere. Then we move to number 3, which is set audacious financial goals. So what was your 2022 financial goal? What was your 2020? Next slide, please. What was your 2022 financial goal? Do we have anybody here that had financial goal in 2022? Yes. So how far are we meeting it? Yeah. Sir, how far with the journey of the goal?
Close.
It's close. Great. That's good. Any other person? How far with your own? You have passed it. So the truth is, let me tell you one thing I learned as a sub-distributor to MTN is the fact that the power of targets. If you enter telecom, when I'm saying, I may say you'll be thinking it's easy. If you come into telecom and you see targets, you run away. If you don't have the art, you will say, no, we're not doing. When I came to telecom, when I became Airtel dealer, they gave me the first target of 100 million. And I told them that 100 million, I'm just starting. They don't be speaking English, but they've told you what they want to tell you. And if you don't meet that target, you don't collect the commission. You know, as business owner, because as you are selling, you're already making small profit. So that target is not disturbing your life. Let me meet. But this one, if you do 99 million, you don't collect nothing. So your brain, your antenna, everything has to wake up. So I remember in 2012, MTN came up with a boom and they said at that time I was still doing like 40 million for MTN only. And I was doing other products. MTN came and said, oh, you want to run a promo, if you can do 100 million in 6 months, the number 1 person will get a Kia truck worth 5.5 million. And the number 2 will get this. And at that time I was doing like 40. So I looked at it, I said, well, if I pick 100 million, I will not lose. If I sell it, I will make profit. If I don't, so many people were discouraging me like, no. Why not pick 50 that you have been doing 40? It's easy to move to 10. I said no. So I picked 100. The first day of that picking down, the feeling before submitting it, I could not sleep. I was at home, I was just thinking, I said, how will I do this 100 million? And that helped me to come up with this particular number 3 point, which is setting on that goal. When I realized that the current level we are is a function of the fact that we have not desired or set to go for the second level. The truth is, whenever you decide, if you stay in this new level, you want to continue to do the normal, you will still be where you are. But if you decide to change your mindset and say, okay, I want to move up to the next level, nobody will hold you back from not moving. So I took it, I sat down, I was thinking about it, so I brought it out and I did what I call, I had to know the mind, I broke it down into milestone. So say, okay, how much of this 100 million will I sell weekly to achieve 100 million? How much will I sell daily to achieve 100 million? So weekly, I need 25 million. Daily, I need 5 million. So the first day, we tried our best. We were in 3 million. So I could not sleep. I was still at home. I do my strategizing in the midnight. That's where, by 2 o'clock, it's like audio, host of heaven. They are pouring it in my head. So I was taking my pen and be sitting. I was thinking. And a simple idea dropped in my mind. Create a drink. Just give your customer freebies. I said, okay, let me try. I said, we're going to give them months. Bring one customer and get a month. I know we sell those sales. So we did a block SMS, just blast it that morning, early morning, before 7 a.m. For every customer you bring to us today, you get a chilled month. Hey, I didn't know it would work. Oh. So before we knew, people started bringing, hey, excuse me, I'm the one that brought her. Where's my month? The other person is coming and we're counting, taking stock of that. At the end of the day, we sold over 10 million a day. On MTN only. The next day we moved to 20. At the end of the promo, we started doing 300 million, 400 million. And I told myself, I have never ever thought that I will make sales of MTN of that amount. But what brought it? Ability to set goals. When you set goals for yourself, the drive comes from within. Some of us just wake up, we don't make sales, nothing bothers you. Oh, big bro, what did you sell today? We didn't make sales, and you go and sleep, and you wake up the next morning, normal again. No, now. Once you hear big bro, hello ma, that's why your staff must have a constant way of sending reports. You must understand your business. If your business is a timely business, the same process. If your business is a weekly business, the same. If your business is monthly, the same. They will just send me report. From report, I can know what is happening. And I'll tell them, hello, call all the customers tomorrow, tell them ABC. Because the truth is, the vision of that business and the ability for you to succeed in that business is in your hand as the founder. But if you want to leave it to them and say, let them do anything, we'll be getting anything results. Yeah. But if you can spell out your results, you can get a better result. And after I did this thing for years, I was getting that result, and I stumbled on reading the Bible, and I was reading the Bible of the Galatians, and I realized that I'm not doing something different. It has been there before we even came to this one, but we never knew that at the end of the year, the master came to say, let's reconcile. You gave me 2, I made 4. You said, you gave me 5, I made it 10. Then the last one that was not productive, and most of us are in that category of not productive. You gave me 1. I'm only using the money I'm making to pay expenses. So you still have that 1 million, and you are clapping for yourself. This is financial class, so we're not going to romance you today. So you have 1 million, so you now made 1.2, the 200,000, everything went for overhead. I say, I tried now, at least I can pay my overhead. You did not try. Because the essence of business is profit, it's not to pay overhead. No, overhead is not our business. Overhead is a part of the journey, but that is not the end. It's just a means to an end. So we are making money every month. Maybe I try to say, okay, I publish structure of business with this. I have over 106 students in the last cohort, and it's about 15 million. I'll tell you that I used to owe 15 million to do expenses. Am I crazy? We must come out of that place where we begin to understand that this thing is not a joke. Dangote, you see all these people, they make money legit. I know people say they are politicians. If you don't know some things, you'll be talking what you don't know. Me, let me not use them, let me use myself. The money I have, even when my husband got to a stage, say, is it just business you are doing? We begin to ask ourselves inside here because we didn't know that business could be this. A lot of the guys in the market space, like in the traders, in maybe Alaba, they are making money. You just see them come out, but sometimes you cannot class their money. We don't understand. They too are making a lot of loss. They are making money. They don't understand what they are doing. But when you now make money and you can put it to the right perspective, you can tell somebody else that no. Some people will just be thinking, oh, it's luck. Look, if you sit down well, put these things together, set your goal, follow it to the letter, you will be shocked. But if you don't follow it, you can't get the results. So I did that. I was like, wow. So I can just wake up and set goals and meet it. And I told myself, never will I continue to set goals for any network. I will be setting income goal for myself. Because the truth is, when the network set goals for you, they've looked at the numbers they want to make in a month. Airtel looks and they say, Airtel in Lagos is about 6 billion. They now see only 700 million. They give another target. They share it for us to contribute to the amount they want to make. They've calculated their cost, everything. They now say, okay, you should do. MTN too will come like that and say, MTN projection for Lagos is maybe they want to do 30 billion. So they now divide it for them and say, you do 2 billion. You will not be running. You can run that race for yourself. That's the eye opener I got. I said, I'm not running for anybody. I'm going to run. And I started saying, and I want to encourage everyone here. Once you do your business financial position, you know your financial position. Let's just start with you multiplying it by 2. Start from there. So you do your financial position, you realize that you have 20 million naira left. Don't kill yourself. Maybe the way people are looking at you outside is like 500 million and you have 20. Don't worry, you will get there. Just start. Take the 20 and say 20 times 2, 40 million. How can I make another 20 million in the next 12 months? And I tell you, it's very possible. The minimum, I call it the steward, the good steward principle. Multiply your current network by 2, then the difference, which is the exact amount, divide it, spread it in the next 12 months, and let that be the minimum you even want to make, and start running from there. And the truth is, I won't lie to you, over the years, I realized that you don't only make times 2, you can make times 3, times 4, times 5, times 6, to the whatever level you want to make. It's a function of the work you are ready to put in. There is money out there, please, let's take advantage of it. So much money to be made, let's take advantage of it. So we also send you the audacious goal setting. Go through it carefully and also set your goal. Let me just run through it. Let me explain in case so that you get it and you're not saying, oh, what will I do? So the first one says, how much revenue did you achieve last year? You write it, just want to compare with the new year. Then the second one is, how much is your current business capital? What is your financial position? What is the exact capital you have? For instance, if it's 5 million, write it there. Okay, let me use this example. This person is 2.4. Your current capital is 2.4. Assumption that I did here. The financial goal, what will now be your financial? Okay, I want to make minimum. Even though I don't do anything, I just want to replicate this 2.4 million. You write it there. 2.4. That's additional. So you have 2.4. You want to make another 2.4. It will now be 4.8 at the end of the year. We are talking about what you are going to retain, not whether you buy. You know, people say, "Oh, I made 200,000, but I pay short rent." Please, this one short rent is not inside. What you will retain, because you go back. I'm sorry if I'm not a Christian. I have to use what I know. If you go back to the Bible and you read that story of the talent, you realize that they didn't tell the master that they bought anything. No. So are you saying they did not rent shop, or they did not buy this, or they didn't buy fuel? Because some people will say, I paid my duplex, and that's not the only reason why your business is there. That's not the only reason. You will pay bills and you will still make money. I'm going to post it. I saw a guy. This people that do tire on the way. What do they call it? Organizer online. His children are going to very expensive private school. 3 children. Organizer. Doing it. He has not even packaged it. He's still doing it the local way. But the guy put it together, paid the children's school fees. They paid school in Lagos here. Then the parent is school say they don't want to associate with their children, they don't want to talk to him because of his job. I'm like, what's wrong with them? Are they normal? But the only thing is that I'm looking for the guy so that we can package his business so that I can make more. Because the fact that your business look informal does not mean you should keep it there. Package it well. When I started telecom, selling recharge card, it was just like a roadside business. Like what any local person will sell. But I decided to make it, I decided to turn it into a corporate level for myself. Put system, put it well. Tell my staff, guess what? We decided. And people started copying us. And the truth is, we were the first person to say, okay, let's start using software. The first time, our customers were crying. We don't want software. When you have customers that are illiterate, they will just be making noise. It's only, they know how to make noise too much. The Hausa guys, they will just say, madam, no, now, you can't be waiting. I say, no, this is the best for all of us. They didn't agree, but I enforced it. So people left, so people came back. But after some months, they started, all of them came back and said, this is the best, that we don't cheat them, our system is transparent, and they left the other people. So you must set a pace in your industry. Your business can come. I tell you, people that want to sell tomatoes, we can do it corporate tomatoes. Yeah. Corporate ugu. You don't have to, because you are selling ugu, now do like corporate. Do it well. I'm telling you, the way to pay you, just selling poly or 5 yam and you now have your staff, they wear confirm cap and they put the yam is here. Anything you like, put it there, wear t-shirt. Yeah. You tell them the yam is how much, 1,000 naira, they will buy. Stop doing your business. So when I saw that, I wish I have this guy. Let's do packaging. Money is just exchange your van. The guy has solved problem. Yes. And he has decided to say, I'm going to be solving it well. But you need wisdom to package the other side. So that if just back to just say, we will never use any road size to quick. This is our corporate organizer. With that, he's collecting corporate money. Yeah. He will charge normal again. You can make times 3. You can make times 4. You can make times 5. Like I said, when I lost everything, I had 0 capital. And in 2 years, I was able to raise 20 million. How many percentage do you want to call it? It's 20 million percent. So don't limit yourself. A lot of us limit ourselves because of resources. But the money, just having money with you to do business, is not the only way to get money to do it. You have to think. You have to think in line with your industry. You might not be able to use OPM in the perspective of what I share for your business, but there is a way to use OPM for every business. So we need to understand that. Then number 6, create a plan. Create a plan for execution. You must know, what will I do step by step? What am I going to do? Number 7, add projected expenses to your profit. Okay, what am I supposed to be spending for the whole year? Okay, normally we spend 200, so then we are going to spend 2.4. Add it already. So you know what you are chasing. So if you are going to spend, if your expenses is 2.4, you are expecting 2.4. That's, we need to make 4.8. It's clear what you want to make. It's not a guesswork. Because a lot of us wake up to our shop and say, oh, we didn't sell today. Oh. No, when you don't sell, it's a feedback that you need to work on to say, how will I sell? You write a post on Instagram, nobody pays. You go back and sit on it and say, what did I not say that make them not to buy? That's how to do it. Every day I take my test, like to craft as a test that we're going to send to customers. I will read it. So I'll say, what will I say that will make them buy? You'll be asking yourself, if I'm a customer of this book, if I receive this test, will I buy? Don't want to just say things, good thing about yourself and say, yes, we have it. You are talking to yourself. Say what they want to hear and that you can promise on. So I always say, what does value mean to your customer? When you're writing tests, that value is what you should put in the message. It's what you should put in the write-up to ensure that they give you the money. Your money is in their hand and you need to collect it. Then, number 8, then divide the current goal, the expenses from the audacious goal to your monthly income. So what are we expecting every month? 2.8 plus 4.8 divided by 12. So that amount is what we must make minimum in that month. Must. Because if you don't make it, then we won't be able to achieve it. Then you move to number 9. Number 9 says, okay, now if you now know your profit margin, if your profit margin is 60%, you can predict. If you use profit markup, like, oh, I buy for 3,000, I sell for 5,000, which is 2,000, you can do, that's your projected expenses divided by that. You can know how many bags you have to sell. when you know how many bags you have to sell, you cannot divide it into milestone or daily, weekly. So you know, once you sell 10. So once you start sending report and say, oh, we sold 12, you are smiling already. Man, my 4.8 is complete. Do you understand? You know what you are doing. We are not collecting reports just for reports. Some people are just collecting reports for reporting sake. No, collect reports for the fact that you want to use it for evaluation and improvement on your business. So you now see the next day, you see 12. The next day you see 8, and you quickly call them. No, what happened? Is it that they didn't come? What is the issue? They say no, man. They say you now think as a CEO, what will I do to make people come? What else can I do? What am I not leverage on? You start to add on it. Then with that you can move. I remember when one of my staff and some people in this environment gathered together and said, Nancy is making too much money. Let's open a branch and discover. And they opened somewhere behind, and the first day we knew. The reason we could know from the first day is because of our numbers. Some people. A new branch will open in your estate, close to you. 6 months you did not know. And you say you're a business owner. It's not that you're not a business, but you're not sensitive enough, and it's going to affect the business. Because NLP will say, how you do one thing is how you do one thing. If you don't pay attention to that, you'll be losing money you will not know. So let's try as much as possible to pay attention to that. Then from there, you can set your sales target. None of us do business, but sometimes you don't have target for our staff, no target. You have a school, you have a store, you have a mall. Every 10, give them target. You can give them in form of quantity. If you have known what you want to achieve, now you divide it with what you are expecting. You can say, oh, this term we are expecting 3,000 students. You engage your marketing team, engage your manager, and say, we need to ensure 30 students actually, 3,000 students register this term. So if they do 3-5, you give them, appreciate it. But when you don't set go, anything becomes an answer. So imagine you did not set go, you now see 1.5, then no 1.5. Whereas 1.5 is your break-even point, but you did not know at that time because a lot is coming in. Then when you now get end of the year, you are doing your financials, you now see that you went into loss because you didn't pay attention to where you're supposed to pay attention to at the beginning. So let's know that then for targets, when you give them targets, try as much as also to increase it. At least give an incremental target from time to time to your staff, just to ensure they are not comfortable in one place. They can continue to aim higher, but do it with wisdom. It can be on a quarterly basis. Then then you can, and also ensure you do monthly review. And I just want to add this here, it's not really part of this course. When we set target and we don't achieve it, most of us call our staff and say, oh, we did not. And when you achieve it, call them to also let them know they achieve it. Let's not be passing only negative message to our employees like, oh, anytime they want to do a meeting, they're like, oh God, we are going to complain today again. Don't let it be that. Let's balance it. So sometimes you call them and say, I just want to appreciate you guys. You did well last time. Thank you so much. It gives people energy. And when they don't do it well, you also try to also let them know that, you guys know we are supposed to read 3 and we stop at 1.5, but we can do better. And hear their opinion. So that we have that balanced system in place. So I think that's the end of this. And we'll take a bit of break and I'll come back. I actually stopped at number 3. Thank you so much.
While we're still writing,
Thank you.
I believe we are writing a new bank statement for ourselves. Now, please, I don't want us to feel shy. There's something I picked up where she was talking, is that anytime you want to learn something, if you are not careful, there is this tendency, because of your background, where you're coming from, to want to feel inadequate. So please, I want us to shut that out completely. So, another thing we failed to do earlier on, in case you are here, you're looking for more customers. You have enough customers here. So please, as part of the financial class, you must network. So I usually tell people, if your net is not working, you have a choice to either change the net, mend the net, or to get a new net. So it's part of networking. So feel free to change the net here and get the right, the network you need. They are here. They are not. Sorry, I'm sounding like wrong.
Profit here. So they can now say, oh, apart from the car, we also bought a new mixer for blah blah. So you are clear with the You know what to ask, and you know you are clear. So, but you can get it. It's not hard. They are simple things. First of all, you know your closing stock. You take your stock with the purchasing price. It's there. You add it up, know the total. Then know what is in your bank. Sum it up. Subtract all the people you are owing. Add your pay. Anybody owing, you add them. The template is there. Then you can now know your current capital. But be conscious of it, know it, and don't let it know it and checking it. It will help you a lot.
Software that you want used to know your current bank balance,
yes.
that you used to cross-check. Like, does the software include all these charges, or you just use the, like, you know, bank charges come in different, like, do you?
Do is if you are using a software before, you are the one that will create your charges. You create your expenses, all expenses. I tell people we'll get there when we get to cash flow. You must capture everything. Bank charges is there, VAT is there. So what I always also say is that you delegate it to somebody to sit with it. Like, it might not be whether you're an accountant or a bookkeeper. If you are not big that you don't have an accountant, get a staff that understand plus and minus. Train them. They will sit there, they will capture everything. So at the end of every day for us, our bank balances and our alert must be the same. Real time. So even though they say 4 naira for SMS alert, there is SMS expenses. Yes, you will know it to the ending. At the end of the month, you see that 4 naira has gone to 98,000. Yes. You don't see that 50 naira they used to collect. Sometimes you will see that it's up to 250, 300. But if you are not checking, you will not know. And when you know, you can negotiate. Yes, you can negotiate some things with bank. When you know. You can try to say, okay, hello, don't do me SMS alert again. Since we have real time, stop SMS alert. For instance, if you are getting a lot of transactions, you can have SMS alert of 104, 200. You can save that money if you don't need alert. Like me, I don't need alert. What are they alerting me? We have people that will click into the system, check it real time and update. So that 200,000, I can keep it or divide it and dash my staff that need money. So stuff like that. Thank you.
You will transfer 9,999. You say that one couple means a lot to me. Okay, so another thing while we are taking our refreshment is when Coach Nancy was talking about mindset. You know, when your mind is set about a particular way of doing things, nothing new enters. So part of it is that you need to look at how you need to change the way you look at yourself. So if, for example, you don't believe that you can make good money towards the end of this year, before the end of this year, it will not be possible to achieve that. So part of the mindset is we need to learn how to, I think you need to, after today's class, you need to learn how to reintroduce yourself. The way you tell people that I'm into business, I do this, I do this, I do this. That one is, they call it, you are just giving job description. This is what you do. Now, it's just like when you go meet a medical doctor, if you want general cases, they will take you to general hospital. But if you want a particular case, ENT doctor, that is a specialist. So you need to look at your business again. How is what you're doing adding value to the people that you are currently serving? If it's not doing that, after this class, opportunity to rework it is there. Any more questions?
Good afternoon. My name is David. My own problem is I don't know how to do. I waste most time on Instagram, do the wrong thing, and I know what to do, but it's time to do it.
The thing is, self-discipline is key, and you know, discipline is actually one of the strongest things to success. But the truth is, you know what to do. Now, there are some things that draw your attention or you want to do. Those things need your attention or you enjoy doing them. But you need to also learn to discipline yourself on timing. You can't take it out totally. Even though you say, I'm not going to do this thing today, you go back there. So you can segment your time in a day and say, I said it when I was speaking, I said, tell yourself how many hours you want to really focus on your business. And try to stick to that hour. Then how many hours will I just be on Instagram to read and just have fun? It's part of life. The two is needed. But now being able to schedule them is the problem. And if you feel like, oh, I cannot stick to it, you might need to have somebody, maybe somebody you're accountable to, have a PA that can actually help you. You understand? That's it.
Make sure I have a book beside me. What do I want to achieve, and how many hours will it take me to achieve this? Now, the beautiful thing about Instagram is they even have a timer to tell you that we even calculate how many hours you actually spend. So the question I ask myself is that, remember those days when I used to work, and let's say you're earning 100,000, and you divide it by 22 working days, and you see how much you're earning per day. You now divide it further by number of hours. You ask yourself, these hours I'm spending to look at this thing, how much is it bringing for me? If it's not bringing anything, you can't do the work. Because the people who are making the money, sometimes they are not even spending time watching the things other people are watching. So you look at how do I scale up what I need to do so that people can watch me making the money.
Thank you so much for the knowledge you shared. I really appreciate it. But I have a question. I didn't really get your teaching about setting goals. Like, for example, if you have I didn't really get it, so I want you to kind of explain. Because I feel like if you want to set a monthly goal, you times it by 2, or I didn't really get that aspect, or you set a goal for the year, divide by 12 to get the 1. It wasn't really clear to me, so I need more clarity on that.
You set it for a year, then you now divide it by 12 to achieve monthly. But if you want to do it monthly, you can still go ahead to do it monthly. It's still the same thing at the end of the day. So for instance, maybe you feel I want to make 100,000 this month. Next month you want to make times 2, but it's just that it's going to be too much for you to chase. For instance, if I say I want to make 2 million this next year and I'm doing times 2, it's going to cut across. But if you are doing every month increment, it's not the same. It will be more than times 2 of the total year. So what you do is set a goal for the year, break it into months. So now I want to make 2 million for the year, and now divide it and say I should make times 2, which what you are really making, what you really want to make for that year is the exact amount you have before. Let me make it clear that way. So you have 2 million, you want to make extra 2 million. By the end of the year, it will now be 4 million. You have 2 million with you. You have 2 million naira as your current capital. And now you want to set a goal. We are now setting that I want to also make additional 2 million in the next 12 months. So that 2 million you want to make in the next 12 months is what you divide by 12. Is it clear? To get the monthly. But when you divide the month, you need to also add your overhead. Because your overhead is not factored into that cash, that amount you want to make. So for instance, if your overhead for every month is now 100,000 and you have divided 2 million, 2 million will be 180 something, to now be 280 something is what you are chasing to make. So you can make more, but that's the minimum you want to make. Yes, you can. If you know your overhead, normally your projection is supposed to be 1 year. You can also do your expenses projection for 1 year, and also do the same thing. Add it up. That's what I explained. You now divide monthly. But as you begin to do it and you achieve it, you can begin to increase. That's okay. Let me do increment of maybe 20% because I've achieved it. Like the lady in front, she has already achieved my goal. We now doubled it again and increase it for this same year. This same year we are still in. Because you have achieved your goal by 6 months. So double it, and so that you have something to keep driving you. I hope it's clear.
Good afternoon, Coach Nancy.
Afternoon.
It's good to see your face this afternoon.
I love to see you. Thank you.
I want to ask that for a service-based business,
Yes.
setting an audacious goal seems a bit difficult because, like my type of business, if I want to increase my income, what I do is that I increase my inventory, our stocks, so that, okay, for instance, I run a rental business, and if I want us to make more money, in my own understanding, so I want you to just so if we want to make more money, what I do is to increase our stock, because the more item you have, the more money you make. So now, there's no way, I thought about it yesterday. Okay, how do I set my staff? I can't set goal for them. All I do is that I'm the only one that think about how to bring in the money, which is okay, let's buy this and buy this. Let's buy this and buy this. Then we now wait for customers to come. So if at the end of the week, or that's when we now look at this is what we made. So if we don't make it, how do you understand what I'm trying to say? There is no way we can actually I can set the target as a person for the business. Okay, this year we are making 50 million, for instance. And what we have to now wait and say, okay, how much did we make? Do you understand? So I don't know how to actually set an audacious goal in a kind of situation and still achieve it. Thank you.
The principles are universal, irrespective of the kind of business you do. It's just the application most times and the context that might be the problem. So, for instance, your business, you have a current financial position, you know your capital as at the end of the year. See, what you are missing out is that your inventory is part of your capital. Your inventory is part of your capital, your net worth as a business. We're not talking about your working capital like your cash. No, we're not talking about cash now. We're talking about your capital. Your capital. Your capital. Your inventory is part of your capital. So when you're adding your capital, inventory is there. So for instance, if you have 50 million, maybe your inventory is 40 or 30. I'm just giving you an instance. So now what you want to do is you want to achieve 50 million now in pure cash, not even as inventory now for the next year. No, but one thing is, it's the same way. You just set the goal, divide it into years, and now begin to say, okay, how have we been making money? Now what you are doing, you are enjoying a lot because you are not doing any pushing. People come to you from what you have said. You are not going anywhere. So that means if they have alternative and they don't come, you will stop making money, and it's not good for you. So now what you do is now divide it as, okay, every month you are supposed to make 8.3 million. You give it to your staff. They have to now start calling customers that will buy at that time. What are the customers that always have events to do in January? Classify it. You already have them, but you are not maximizing it. And you can make more. For instance, if you look at your record and you say, oh, in January we attended to ABCA, that means it's either they have birthdays or they did wedding. You have to classify what they have done to make them choose you as an event person for that particular business. So if you know what they do, if it's something they will do again, you can reach out to them before. That's why I said know at which time your customer buys. So if somebody is celebrating birthday in February, for instance, by January, your staff should be, your customer service, your team should be sitting behind, pulling out the data of everybody that is going to have event that you did event for in every February last year. You start calling them to say, hello, ma'am, we're expecting you this year. Some of them might say, oh, it's just a birthday, I'm not doing birthday this year. Some of them will say, oh, we are doing birthday, okay, we'll use you again. Now, with that, you are adding them to the process of making money. But this one you are doing, if you are not available, there can't be money. You are the only one carrying the load. So set a system, because I don't know if you are getting it. Set a system where you tell them every preceding month, whoever has bought from us, they should bring out the details. Then they share it and call to convince them that are they going to have event this year. So for instance, just check, maybe in the last previous month of January, you made 10 million. And all those people still want to do business this year, and you now have new people to join. You will be having consistent income. But in this case, you might not be the only one initiating it. They now have a standard. You have to document it as a process. Give it to the head of marketing or the person in charge to say, every end of the month, pull out all the data of people that have bought in the previous month. So when they pull it out, they start calling. Don't go and be calling inside that month when they planned. You call a month before. That's why I said, for my customers, I send message before 7 a.m. Once I send message by 8 sometimes, they say I bought. You don't send to them when they ask, oh, thank you, but we have gotten somebody else. It does not make sense. But if you come earlier, so that's what the planning you need to do for them. They might not be able to do it. You will do the planning ahead, but you will give them that document, like a system, SOP document. Give it to them to say, okay, once you are getting to the 3rd week of every month, pull out all the customers that bought from us previous year in that month. They bring it out, they start calling, no man, this is 2 months to February. Are you not having birthday for your son? They say, oh, okay, you are the one we use. So already if you have done well everything, okay, we'll use it again. We'll use it again. Another thing you can do is to add incentive, to say, if you can pay now like 3 weeks so that they will get 10% out of it. But if you pay when it's closer, you won't get it. So those calling can bring direct results. So setting your goal is the same. The only issue you have is, I keep buying inventory. You said that. So your inventory is part of your goal, but don't overbuy inventory. You have a mindset that until I buy more before I will sell it. No, I know that you need to upgrade your materials, but it must not be excessive. I see a lot of excessiveness in the way you would like. You see after the cloth, you just want to start buy. Let me just use all the money. So at the end of the day, no cash flow. Somebody is very wealthy, but he has no cover in the bank account. Does not make sense, because now opportunity can come your way. You won't be able to do it. So we'll get to cash flow. I'll talk about it more at that point.
Right. Okay. Somebody here asked about capital earlier.
Yeah.
So is capital the same thing as net worth? Plus, please, hold on. If I want to calculate all my net worth now, is it because I sell perfumes? Will I calculate how much perfumes I have on ground, the price I'm going to sell them if somebody was to buy it today, plus the money in my bank account, everything? Then I'll multiply by 2. I'll now be like, the money,
Ask your question.
times 2 of it is what I want to achieve in it.
Separate it to net working capital later. But what I'm saying is, if you want to calculate your current, that's your business financial position, you're supposed to calculate your inventories, all those your perfume. You calculate it with your cost price, not selling price. You have not sold it, so you can't be saying it's 10,000 when the cost price is 6,000. So you are going to be getting wrong information. So anytime you are calculating your stock as a business, it must be your purchasing or cost price. The price you bought it from the market, if you are just doing buying and selling. But if you are a producer of any product, you use your cost price to ascertain. So okay, this thing is now, okay, one is 6,000, the total is now maybe 4 million. Then there are other items. You know, I didn't talk about the business. I said I'm going to send it. So, but from your question, let me just go through it. So the first item I have here is, if you still do cash, do you have cash with you? When you're trying to know your financial worth as a business. But in this particular financial worth, we are not adding fixed assets because we don't need it now. You can start to add it when you are using the money to buy after a year, but we don't need it here. We don't want any, my fixed asset is 10 million, you start putting, the land is 20 million, so we just want to deal with liquid capital or asset in that sense. So now, the first one is your closing cash. And as a business owner, if you do brick and mortar, you have cash, people come into your store, they pay you some money, so you have 500,000 left. You write it down. The second one is your bank balances, all your business bank accounts. How many do you have? I have 5, or I have 2. Okay, I have Access and Zenith. So Access is having 1 million, Zenith is having 500,000. You add the 2 together, you put it under bank. If you have 5, add all the 5 together, but you put it under bank. Then the next one is your closing stock, which is your products that you produce. The perfume, the recharge card I have that I've printed, so I calculate with cost price or purchasing price, the 2. Then you know the value is okay, my inventory is now maybe 2 million. You write the total year. You would have counted it well, put the pricing by the side, then you put it there. So that's that. Then you now sum up 1, 2, 3 to 4. Okay, the next one, sorry, is your receivables. People owing you, debtors. Do you have anybody you sold to on credit that has not paid? All those things. If you have them, you sum all of them up. There can be many. Maybe they are up to 10. You now sum it up. Everything is 250,000. You write it there. Then you sum it up. When you sum it up, you are going to get your total. Those are your assets for that business. And these are liquid assets. I'm not talking about fixed assets here. So now subtract your liabilities from it. Are you owing anybody? The major thing about this concept is asset minus liability. But a lot of small people don't understand what is asset in my business. So some business still have a little peculiarity. Okay, this one, maybe this kind of thing is not in this business. So it's just about you taking assets from liability. The balance is now your equity or your capital or your own. So the next point is now payable. Payable are the people you are owing. Do you have vendors that supply you raw material, credit? Do you have you sell by, you do buying and selling? Do you have anybody that sells to you, supply you on credit? If you are owing them, you minus it. Then you move to the next one, owner's draw. If you have calculated your current capital like last month, and you now go into your business and pull out 1 million for yourself, maybe use it to buy a car, for instance, you have to reflect it here. If not, you'll be looking for what is not missing. You'll say somebody's